Hey, what's up everybody? What I want to talk about in this video is that 2021 reverse proof 2 coin American Silver Eagle designer set. This set comes with one type 1 and one type 2, and I will definitely be lining up on September the 13th, which is coming up early next week on Monday. I believe the 13th is Monday. As of recording this video, it is Wednesday, September the 8th, so this goes on sale early next week, Monday, September the 13th at noon Eastern Standard Time, with a mintage of 125,000. Well, a limited mintage of 125,000. It seems as though most of the coins and sets that the United States Mint says has a limited mintage, it tends to be a tad bit under what they say the limited mintage is going to be. For whatever reason that is, maybe it's returns that they don't resell. I believe most of the returns are not supposed to be resold, yet they're supposed to be melted. I'm not sure if they actually do that or not. At least that's my understanding, is that they're not supposed to be resold and they're supposed to be melted. And there is a household order limit of 1. Are these going to sell out in day 1? Maybe, maybe not. I expect that we will get that remind me in day 1, and then they'll trickle in a little bit at a time, the next couple of days. I don't think it's going to be a complete sellout in day 1, but who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it will not. But what I want to talk about is, what is the secondary market value going to be of these coins? And so we're going to compare to recent releases, and I'm going to tell you what I think the best comparison to this set is going to be as far as recent hot releases, the most recent hot releases. What is going to be the best comparison to kind of evaluate what the secondary market value of this set is going to be? So that's what we are going to get into. But before we do, let's also not forget, for those of you who are interested in this, uncirculated, or you can call it burnished, American Silver Eagles, these go on sale tomorrow, which is September the 9th, 2021. Are you going to be interested in picking any of these up? Out of all the American Silver Eagles, type 2 proof American Silver Eagles, and then you can throw this uncirculated American Silver Eagle into the mix. This one does have the lower mintage of the 3. However, the BU, or uncirculated or burnished, whatever you want to call it, this does have the West Point mint mark. These tend to be in lower demand of all 3 of them usually, but who knows what this one is going to actually do. But we're not talking about that. We are talking about the reverse proof. Now, in my first video when I was talking about this coin, I was super excited because we just found out the details at that time, and I said that I thought that this could be a set that goes up on the secondary market for about $1,000. Now, I may have overestimated that part of it. However, it may out of the gate, at the very hottest, maybe it does reach $1,000 a set. But like I said, I may have overestimated that just a little bit. So I did a little bit of research. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what is the best comparison, best thing to compare this set to, and we are going to get into it. So some people may be comparing this to the 2019 enhanced reverse proof from San Francisco. Now, I don't think we can compare these to that. I think the 2019 enhanced reverse proof from San Francisco, it's in a league of its own because of the fact that it only had a 30,000 mintage. In fact, I think it had a tad bit under 30,000 mintage, if I remember correctly. This has 125,000, so I don't think you can compare that. That's not apples and apples in my opinion. Next, we can talk about the V75 Privy Mark Proof American Silver Eagle. once again, I don't think we can necessarily compare that either because of the mintage. The mintage of 125,000 for this coin set, and the V75 had a mintage of 75,000. Now, the V75, let's go take a look at that. Now, also keep in mind, this is all just my opinion. The value of this set could be way higher than what I think. It could be way lower than what I think. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. However, the V75, it looks like the average value ungraded for this is about a little under $400, right around that $400 mark, 380-ish. This one here, sealed in the box, had a best offer. They listed it at 400 and somebody accepted a best offer. And then this one here is a Proof 69, looks like PCGS. And this one had a best offer. It was listed at 380. And then here's a Proof 70. That one 545. Let's look at a couple more. This one here is a Proof 70, so 620. So it looks like on average, Proof 69 or one that's just in the original mint packaging, right around that $400 mark. And then one that's a Proof 70 graded, about a little bit over $600. That looks like about the average for the V75. But again, I don't think you can really compare these two because of the mintage differences between 75,000 and 125,000. I think, in my opinion, the best comparison in this case is the Pride of Two Nations set from 2019, which is the same exact coin as the San Francisco Enhanced Reverse Proof, along with the Canadian Maple Leaf, except this one here was this Enhanced Reverse Proof American Silver Eagle was minted at the West Point instead of San Francisco. This one had a limited mintage of 110,000. If we go over to the mint sales figures, looking at the United States mint sales figures, I cannot find anything any later than January the 26th. If you look at the next available date, which is in February, there is no sales figure. So it looks like the end sale for this set was 99,747. Plus, they also had a limited product limit in Canada. The Royal Canadian Mint was also selling 10,000 additional sets in their own different packaging. So you also have to add another possible 10,000. I'm not sure how many of those sets they actually sold, but they had a limited product limit of 10,000. So that would make this mintage, if they actually sold 10,000, and if these sales are accurate, then it would be 109,747, which would be about 15,000 less than this limited mintage of 125,000. Now, I do think that this here is a little bit better than the Pride of Two Nations set, only for the fact that it has two American Silver Eagles and not the Canadian Maple Leaf. I do believe the American Silver Eagle is more popular than the Canadian Maple Leaf, which makes this set a little bit better for that reason, but not as good due to the higher mintage. But I do believe we can probably compare this set with the Pride of Two Nations, possibly to kind of gauge what the secondary market value could be for this set. Now, also keep in mind that this is the first of the Type 2, last of the Type 1 reverse proof, so that might add a little extra value for that reason. So how much are the Pride of Two Nations set going for? 2 years. This is 2021. That went on sale in 2019. 2 years after about 2 years after the fact. Let's take a look. All right, so we are looking at some finished sales for the 2019 Enhanced Reverse Proof Pride of Two Nations set with that West Point minted American Silver Eagle. Now, some of these sales kind of surprised me to a certain degree. Now we're looking at this set right here. This one sold for $202. In fact, I may be looking at picking up another one of these sets if I can find it for this price. But this one here sold two Proof 70s for $202. I find these to be a pretty excellent deal in my opinion, if you ask me. And this one here, the 2019 Pride of Two Nations set with the box and COA, $129. That is under, guys, that is less than what it went for from the United States Mint. A little bit less. This one here, two Proof 70s for $202. Insane. Now keep in mind also, most of the value is in that proof, that enhanced reverse proof American Silver Eagle, and it's almost like that Canadian Maple Leaf is almost like a freebie. But I believe most of these sales are really surrounding that enhanced reverse proof West Point minted American Silver. You look at this one, $141. Now, there was $11 that someone had to pay for shipping, but $141. I mean, this is barely over the United States Mint issue price. This one here, $169.95. I just find these prices to be amazing. And when I say amazing, as for me, I might look into buying another one of these sets, or at least just buying the enhanced reverse proof American Silver Eagle. But at that point, if you're going to spend $130 on just the proof American Silver Eagle, you might as well just spend a couple extra bucks and get the Canadian Maple Leaf along with it, because they're not going for very much more. In some cases, they're going for exactly the same, where you can get the entire set for $130, and the Canadian Maple Leaf at that point is just a freebie thrown into the mix. Look at that, $150. All right, so now we're going to look at some completed listings for the pre-sales for the 2021 reverse proof 2-coin set, and the first one that we come up on is $649, and then we're going to see if we can find any others. $675. This one here, $900, but it looks like it's going to probably be right around that $600, $700 marker, in my opinion, right out of the gate. Where is this set going to actually settle in at after it's all said and done, let's say a year from now? And that's what's more important, is a year from now. Now, some people may be flippers. Some people may be trying to get rid of these as fast as they can. Others may be sitting onto them. Others may be just buying them for their collection. And that's what I'm going to be. If I actually get this set, if I'm actually able to purchase one of these sets, I am probably just going to keep it for my collection and not necessarily sell them unless I can somehow, find a way to get another set. With all of that being said, I do think that this could be very comparable to that Pride of Two Nations set. So how much do I believe the value of this is going to be, not just immediately after this sells out? I think a lot of it's going to be determined on how fast this does sell out. Does this sell out within 5 minutes? Does this sell out within 30 minutes? In my opinion, this is going to be a pretty fast sellout. I do think it is going to sell out within the first 30 minutes to 1 hour. Again, I could be wrong. But given the history of what the Type 2 proof American Silver Eagles has done in 2021 with the Type 2 proof American Silver Eagles, all of them have been pretty much gone after the first 30 minutes or within the first 30 minutes. So I do believe, and the West Point proof had a limited product limit of 300,000. The San Francisco had a limited product limit of 200,000. So we'll see exactly how fast this sells out, or at least goes unavailable status, not necessarily sells out. This has 125,000, which obviously is less than both of those. The price is a little bit higher because you have two instead of one. So that also may be a factor as well. Maybe two is a little bit too much money for some people to be able to afford. So we'll see what happens. But I do believe right out of the gate we might start in this sell for upwards of $600 to $700 at first. Maybe it will, maybe it will not. It could be $500 for all we know. What is this going to be a year from now is the question. Later down the road, how much is the value of this going to be? And I think if we factor in the Pride of Two Nations set, which I think could be very comparable to this, like I said again, it's probably going to be a little bit better just for the fact that it has two American Silver Eagles and does not have the Canadian Maple Leaf. It is the first and the last of the Type 1, Type 2. But I think it's very realistic. Now, I may be underestimating it a little bit, but I'd rather underestimate than overestimate. So my guess is going to be $300 to 4, possibly 5, but I think it's going to probably be somewhere in the middle road of that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Tell me if you think I'm completely off base, but I don't think it's very unreasonable to guess that it's going to probably be about that $400 mark. So that's going to be my guess. Now, it could be a little bit less. It could be a little bit over. Of course, grading is going to be, a big thing, and Proof 70s will probably go for a little bit more. But in the original mint packaging, my guess is going to probably be somewhere around that $400 mark, which is a lot less than the 1,000 that I predicted a few weeks ago. But that was all in the excitement of seeing it for the first time, knowing that it was a Type 1 and a Type 2. But after thinking about it a little bit, my guess is going to be it's going to probably be somewhere around a $400 set, which if you're buying it for $175 is not too bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think I'm off? Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.